Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. Here are the NBA regular season standings updates, game result, and the game schedule for tomorrow. For the game result, in the first game, the Detroit Pistons got their second straight win after defeating the New York Knicks with a score of 121-90. Cade Cunningham was the top scorer for the Detroit Pistons with a double-double performance of 29 points and 13 assists, followed by Javonte Green scored 17 points. Jaden Ivey had 16 points and Dennis Jenkins added 12 points. Jalen Brunson was the top scorer for the New York Knicks with 25 points, followed by Miles McBride scored 17 points. In the second game, the Boston Celtics got their four-game winning streak after defeating the Chicago Bulls with a score of 115-101. And Fernie Simons was the top scorer for the Boston Celtics with 27 points, followed by Peyton Pritchard scored 21 points. Jaylen Brown had 14 points and Neemias Queta made a double-double performance of 13 points and 13 rebounds. Matisse Buzlis was the top scorer for the Chicago Bulls with 26 points, followed by Nikolovic made a double-double performance of 15 points and 15 rebounds. In the third game, the Toronto Raptors got their second straight win after defeating the Atlanta Hawks with a score of 118-100. Brandon Ingram was the top scorer for the Toronto Raptors with 19 points and 9 rebounds, followed by Scottie Barnes made a double-double performance of 18 points and 10 assists. Colin Murray-Boyles and RJ Barrett added 17 points each. Ono Kongu was the top scorer for the Atlanta Hawks with a double-double performance of 17 points and 12 rebounds, followed by Zachary Risker scored 16 points. The Charlotte Hornets got their second straight win after defeating the Oklahoma City Thunder with a score of 124-97. Brandon Miller was the top scorer for the Charlotte Hornets with 28 points, followed by Con Newpel scored 23 points. Miles Bridges made a double-double performance of 17 points and 11 rebounds, and LaMelo Ball added 16 points. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the top scorer for the Oklahoma City Thunder with 21 points, followed by Jalen Williams scored 16 points. The Houston Rockets beat the Phoenix Suns with a score of 100-97. Kevin Durant was the top scorer for the Houston Rockets with a double-double performance of 26 points and 10 rebounds, followed by Jabari Smith and Amen Thompson scored 17 points each and Tariq added 12 points. Devin Booker was the top scorer for the Phoenix Suns with 27 points, followed by Dillon Brooks, scored 15 points. The Denver Nuggets snapped their two-game losing streak after defeating the Philadelphia 76ers in overtime with a score of 125-124. Jalen Pickett was the top scorer for the Denver Nuggets with 29 points, followed by Peyton Watson scored 24 points. Zeke Nagy had 21 points and Bruce Brown added 19 points. Joel Embiid was the top scorer for the Philadelphia 76ers with a double-double performance of 32 points and 10 rebounds, followed by Tyrese Maxey scored 28 points. The LA Clippers beat the Golden State Warriors with a score of 103-102. Kawhi Leonard was the top scorer for the LA Clippers with a double-double performance of 24 points and 12 rebounds, followed by Kobe Sanders scored 20 points. John Collins had 18 points and Chris Dunn had 16 points. Stephen Curry was the top scorer for the Golden State Warriors with 27 points, followed by Jimmy Butler scored 24 points. The Portland Trail Blazers got their three-game winning streak after defeating the Utah Jazz with a score of 137-117. Denny Aia was the top scorer for the Portland Trail Blazers with 33 points and 9 assists, followed by Sheeton Sharp scored 29 points. Tamani Kamar had 15 points and Saida Sissoko added 14 points. Lauri Markkanen was the top scorer for the Utah Jazz with 22 points, followed by Isef Nurkic made a double-double performance of 21 points and 12 rebounds. And here are the NBA regular season standings updates. For the Eastern Conference standings, the number one in the Eastern Conference standings is Detroit Pistons with a record of 27 wins and 9 losses. The number two is Boston Celtics with a record of 23 wins and 12 losses. The number three is New York Knicks with a record of 23 wins and 13 losses. The number four is Toronto Raptors with a record of 22 wins and 15 losses. The number five is Philadelphia 76ers with a record of 19 wins and 15 losses. The number 6 and number 7 is Orlando Magic and Miami Heat with a record of 20 wins and 16 losses. The number 8 is Cleveland Cavaliers with a record of 20 wins and 17 losses. The number 9 is Chicago Bulls with a record of 17 wins and 19 losses. The number 10 is Atlanta Hawks with a record of 17 wins and 21 losses. The number 11 is Milwaukee Bucks with a record of 16 wins and 20 losses. The number 12 is Charlotte Hornets with a record of 13 wins and 23 losses. The number 13 is Brooklyn Nets with a record of 11 wins and 22 losses. The number 14 is Washington Wizards with a record of 9 wins and 25 losses. The number 15 is Indiana Pacers with a record of 6 wins and 30 losses. For the Western Conference standings updates, the number 1 in the Western Conference standings is Oklahoma City Thunder with a record of 30 wins and 7 losses. The number 2 is San Antonio Spurs with a record of 25 wins and 10 losses. The number 3 is Denver Nuggets with a record of 24 wins and 12 losses. The number 4 and number 5 is Houston Rockets and Los Angeles Lakers with a record of 22 wins and 11 losses. The number 6 is Minnesota Timberwolves with a record of 23 wins and 13 losses. The number 7 is Phoenix Suns with a record of 21 wins and 15 losses. The number 8 is Golden State Warriors with a record of 19 wins and 18 losses. The number 9 is Portland Trail Blazers with a record of 17 wins and 20 losses. The number 10 is Memphis Grizzlies with a record of 15 wins and 20 losses. The number 11 is LA Clippers with a record of 13 wins and 22 losses. The number 12 is Dallas Mavericks with a record of 13 wins and 23 losses. The number 13 is Utah Jazz with a record of 12 wins and 23 losses. The number 14 is Sacramento Kings with a record of 8 wins and 28 losses. The number 15 is New Orleans Pelicans with a record of 8 wins and 29 losses. And here are the games scheduled for tomorrow, January 7th, Wednesday morning. In the first game at 8 a.m., Indiana Pacers vs. Cleveland Cavaliers and Washington Wizards vs. Orlando Magic. At 9 a.m., Memphis Grizzlies vs. San Antonio Spurs, Minnesota Timberwolves vs. Miami Heat and New Orleans Pelicans vs. Los Angeles Lakers. In the last game at 12 p.m., Sacramento Kings vs. Dallas Mavericks. Subscribe this channel.